Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode here with me, Mr. Pluggington, on another adventure of Star Wars 5e. We are going to introduce this to where our clones will be talking with one another, so hopefully this music piece does work with me saying so. So let us commence.
Yes, Hawk?
I want to talk to you about this first. Right? Even though you've done everything you could to help me, I think I need a little bit of time.
I understand.
I just need some time away from all this conflict to try and heal.
Absolutely.
Try and piece together whatever parts of my mind I have left.
So, I'm guessing you're taking a break from us then? Going traveling, I guess?
Don't take it hard. I'm sorry I need to do this.
It was hard getting that removed. The time after, troublesome for most of us. So, I totally understand.
It was nice talking to you, brother. He just pats Buckeye on the shoulder.
I'm just gonna take that tap and just like massively hug Hawk on that. I'll miss you, brother. I hope to see you back soon, but healthy.
Something doesn't get me, but I'll be back at some point.
Okay, will that be all for you guys?
I think so.
I think that'll be it.
Okay.
And on that, I exit Hawk's room.
Alrighty.
All right.
Okay, after that, Buckeye exits out of the room, and we are now back to everyone where they were before.
Alright, quick question. The flight from the planet we're on now to the planet we're going to, it's like 45 minutes is what you said?
Yes.
Oh, we took a long rest.
Yeah, the last time we did so, we went on a long rest. The planet that you were heading to get onto the main route was Rego, past several other planets such as Yagi, Regal 8, and Bersoka, but this one is right on the hyperspace lanes themselves. Because you've been practically going star system to star system, passing by it through no general route to Ilum, which makes it very difficult. So, you all make it to Rego. Not much is going on. You make it into a small spaceport to fuel up and get back to where you guys originally were. Kark looks over towards Bo as they look towards Nora, and Nora says, "Well, I think Kark has come to a decision with me, Master."
And what decision might that be?
Bo steps to the side as Kark looks towards you and says, "Nora, you really have shown me like this amazing power that the Jedi have, but with what everything is going on in the Empire and in the galaxy, I don't feel ready to take on that big of a responsibility to keep, well, books protected and stuff. I feel like I need a bit more time. And I know you're going to go to the Horned Man, I forget his name, um, and all this other stuff, but I think Bo can be able to teach me a few things. I guess we could learn off of one another and learn the stuff from a few of the books that we would be taking, if that's okay.
I am smiling this whole time, and I reach out and I place my hand across his shoulder. My dear friend, my species lives to the ripe old age of 800 years old. There is no such thing as starting too early. But I am also aware that it takes a great deal of time to do anything, especially become a Jedi. Go with my blessing. Prepare, and may you return to us before we got ourselves killed.
Hopefully, I can come back to before you do that.
It's not that creepy orange eye thing. Don't want to run into you guys again with that. Otherwise, pew pew.
Hey,
That's just kind of a smirk.
we'll do fine. He looks towards all the stuff that he has. I'll leave a few things here. I just need to take what's important for now.
Indeed. And I pull out his lightsaber. You do.
He looks over towards it and puts it on his belt side and says, "Thank you, Jedi Master Nora." As he sort of just goes towards the door and says, "Bo, are we ready?" Bo looks towards you and says, "Take care, Master."
May the Force be with you, my young Padawan.
May the Force be with you. He heads towards the door as they exit out of where they've had their had their ship landed before. It was the same cockpit that you landed, or same place that you guys all landed together to meet up. So they head off into that ship, and they head out into the atmosphere, into the stars. It's currently daytime, where you guys are on Rego. There's not a lot of Imperial patrols here today. If there was any, I can't remember what Rego had too much. But if it is Imperial control, there's not that many parties or anything.
As I'm, who's flying right now?
Are you guys taking back off?
You
Flying.
say we're at Rego, or we're flying near Rego?
You're. Oh wait, no, that's right. There was a substation above Rego. My apologies.
Yes.
You're on the
Okay. So
substation
we're
of
they.
Rego. It's daytime.
Okay.
down
So
there.
we're on an orbital substation. Okay. So
Yeah, you're on orbital substation.
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the party. I assume Buckeye, Hawk, and Nova are right there. I'm going to. None of you are hiding any latent force sensitivity, are you? Because I've gone through 3 apprentices in 3 months, and I would like to not do it again.
Well, I walked into that weird thing and nothing lit up, so I think you're good, and I don't think clones can have it. I kind of look at the clones and look at Nura, kind of.
Through the force, anything is possible. I pray this is not in the integers. And I walk back onto the ship.
As you are turning, the Chiss member. I completely forgot his name. Holy shit, it's been that long.
TK something. Just kidding.
TK something. He looks up to
ROTA.
and jokingly says, "I'm force sensitive."
I'm gonna use what is he currently wearing? Is he wearing any weapons or anything?
No, he's not wearing his weapons besides just
Okay.
being in the holster. He's wearing the casual clothes from last time.
I am going to take my lightsaber and not like animate weapon style, but I'm going to take it with the force, ignite it, and begin to spin it around just like, facetiously.
Well,
And then
keep the lightsaber down. I don't want to lose anything.
well, I'm going to twirl it around a little bit, and then I'm going to rapidly draw it to my hand and then put it away. No, I don't think you are. And I'm going to strap it to my hip and with a sly smile walk back on board the ship.
Well,
Okay. So, as you guys are all preparing, Victor gets on to comms uh, for you guys. And it says, there's a patrol coming of Imperials. We may want to get going.
All right, that may have been a mistake to pull out my glow stick. Let's get back on board, shall we?
that's all right. I'm on my way.
Okay, so as you guys are getting
I
back onto
reckon
the
that's a
ship,
good idea.
Actually, well, while we're being refueled and things like that, could I search the net to see if any of us, or if there's any reference on any wanted sheets or anything like that? Any new Imperial stuff going on?
so just like looking at posters and things.
Just kind of a generalized search just to see if any of us have been added, or if there's any new kind of stuff going on with us that I should be aware of. I just seen how we're at a station.
There's not much, but there's no new names
Well,
or anything. But you do see an advertisement for a special force event at a gladiator pit on some planet. It's hard to read because it's so flashy and shit.
what a force event?
You see depictions of like a rancor fighting like people with like weapons and stuff, and an old shriveled man in imperial armor, and like a nice royal fatire on him. Just looks over, smiling at the crowd, just like evil toned. And is speaking in like various languages, saying, "Come see the event, come see the event of the gladiator pits, where you can possibly claim the most infamous being in the galaxy."
Oh,
I
I
do.
want to
Do you
kill
want me
that evil motherfucker.
Can I make a security kit or a slicer's kit, or I just want to see if I can learn more about this event and what he's referring to.
Well, you don't have to do all that. You could just actually grab the advertisement, like the video download when they do the bounties, kind of in Clone Wars when Ventress did it.
Sure. I'll look into this more.
Okay. So as you pick it up, you come across the downloaded message that says, "Welcome, Imperial civilian. You have taken interest in the gladiator pit fights above Yavin 4. Or no, not Yavin 4. What am I talking about? Above Megiddo Clouds. These gladiator pits are brand new within the Imperium control sanctum to not only give back to the Empire, but to give back to you, the citizens of entertainment. Watch these live broadcasts of people fighting, of all sorts of creatures, from rancors, acklys, to the most infamous of grods. This arena was set up by General Atai Kal, a resonated old Republic soldier and Republic admiral during his time, now turned to the Empire, loyal to the cause. He was gifted this during his great battle over the Battle of Coruscant, leading majority of what was the soon infamous Jedi. Now, come and see one of these very same creatures sent off into various places of the galaxy to witness the awesome might of. It just goes on and on about come watch this show live, blah blah blah, sort of shit.
Okay, but there's no Jedi reference, really.
They mention at least like some creature like a Jedi. They say creature of a Jedi, but nothing really too noticeable, possibly.
Do I overhear this? Where is this happening?
I bring it to Nura.
He says mainly
Okay.
Mount Mike Ito and various other gas, like high altitude base systems.
Okay, so this is spread out across the galaxy in different arenas that are all.
Yeah, it's a new event. It's kind of like the new sport of like from pod racing and whatever that football game was on episode 2 of Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I listened to the broadcast, and for a minute, and I just kind of look disturbed, as eventually I just press the button and shut it off. Firstly, these arenas are new. They are going to be heavily fortified and heavily defended. If there are any Jedi there, it is most unfortunate, but it would be most foolhardy to go in there alone and try to rescue them. We don't even know if they have any active Jedi. Aside from that, the Drathos people are very warlike. These gladiatorial arenas are common on my homeworld. I would not wish to visit one or witness any sport that may happen there, if you do not mind.
I just figured keep you informed about it.
Thank you, but I should wish to not hear about this again unless a Jedi has been located.
Even if it's on one of these?
If they're on one of these platforms and they advertise that there is indeed a Jedi there, then perhaps we can consider a course of action that involves freeing them. Until that point, we must remain silent. I have been far too flippant with my powers recently, and it has placed you all in unnecessary danger. We shall do what we can to heal the galaxy, but we cannot save everyone.
Alright. Well, let's get you where you need to go then.
Yes, now we're off to save someone. Dathomir, if you do not mind.
Alrighty. As you guys are all getting ready for this event and preparing for what could be, you head off into the hyperspace lane, passing various planets such as Sintan, Kalian, Gliansli, and so on. Eventually, you do make it at least to... Where exactly is Dathomir? Oh, it's a little further. Okay. You guys eventually do make it towards how the fuck do you say this?
Put it in chat. Put it in chat. I may know what it is. Again, I don't know every Star Wars planet, but
It's like fucking okay. This is actually pissing me off. Skorrupon.
put it in chat. Like type it
Yeah,
out.
bloody type it, dude.
This is the weirdest fucking planet name I've ever seen in Star Wars. There you go.
Skorrupon.
Skorrupon. Okay. You eventually make it into the solar system Skorrupon, which is close to Null and close to Terrace. Alright, do you guys want to stop here, or do you want to just keep going?
We're close to Terrace?
Yes, Terrace is just outside of the hyperspace lane a little bit further.
Well, considering that we don't have to stop the Endar Spire from crashing and none of us have a swoop bike, I don't think anybody... Do we guys want to go to Terrace? I don't mind.
I don't know Terrace, so...
Well, we have a
KOTOR.
we have a set location, so while it is fun we are flying above it, we are going somewhere else.
Well, this
Alright,
was
well.
also the place where Nova's crew is.
But they said that they had stuff, and it sounds like
For like
Nova.
a month. They said they would wait. That's what we discussed 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said they'd wait. So we're doing Dathomir first, then we're doing your thing.
Okay. So, as you guys are...
You know, they were so close to each other, right?
Yeah, they're very close. They're just Null and Terrace. Terrace is the farthest from Null. It's just going past like Denvora and Wayland from the outside of the main hyperspace lane. So yeah. So anyway, as you pass Terrace and you eventually make it to Bendomir, you guys decide to stop here because this is the cross path where either path is closest to Dathomir. You can either go straight, continue where you're going. What do you guys want to do?
I should very
Which
much
one?
like to go towards the horned man who wants me dead. I don't know what you guys say.
Well, which direction has the, at least that we know of, the least amount of Imperial patrols?
I don't think we know that.
In hyperspace lanes, probably not this one. But, however, it is on a main route, so the one you're on is pretty much an Imperial one. So splitting off would just get you less and less close to other planets close by.
Well, I'm asking which of the 2 routes have the two hyperspace lanes that lead to the same destination that you're referring to, which of the two has the least number of Imperial outposts along that route? Or planets under Imperial patrol. Or control. I'm stupid.
I'd say going to the left would be good. You'd be heading Holmad, a planet that you guys have previously went to before.
We were on Holmad? What for?
Wait a minute. Holmad was the place where, your guys' spider guy was at.
So he might be there.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, let's drop by there, see if we can get an upgrade for the ship. If anything else, we can at least convert the main area into a suite. What size is our ship?
Medium.
So, oh my word, we have, well, considering we're at level 0, now I know this is not a shipbuilding session, but DM, would you allow us to make modifications to the ship?
Yeah, that's fine. You guys have made plenty of modifications to it already. If you want more, go ahead. You got the you got the credits.
Well, we haven't made it. We made a couple. We made a couple of additions, guys. What if we got a suite or two for the ship? For example, we could convert that engine section into a workshop for you, Nova, and then the main. We can have up to 4 suites. So basically, imagine our ship is supposed to be bigger than it is, because that's what a medium class ship is. We could essentially get an extension on the ship that is a larger piece. We could get, and I'm thinking more in line with what we have, depending on what the DM charges us, we could get a workshop for Nova, which has crafting station for artisans tools. Which would be like, mechanics tools and all that different stuff. Actually, no, it'd be a mechanics shop.
Yeah, you guys have a YT 100 P. You have a passenger base, so you can easily just get rid of some of the passenger places and do that.
Or
get rid of the passenger quarters.
I have an idea if we can, because you're saying add an extension, right?
Well, basically, the idea of the ship is, yes, it's a YT 1300 passenger variant, but the rules say we can get 4 separate suites on this ship. So here's what I'm thinking. We can upgrade our ship to be very, very useful in everything, and as well for roleplay. I think, like, for the idea of roleplay, because I just had this session with my players, we could get a shop for Nova to get bonuses whenever they try to fix anything. We could get luxury quarters for us that in an emergency would allow us to, for roleplay mostly, it would give us better than a bunk room. And then on top of that, we could get a med bay with back detect that would really help in case we get hurt. And then finally, we could get like a recreation suite with instruments and games, or a mess hall with Actually, I would probably want the mess hall because I cook a lot. So it depends on what you guys think. I don't want to make our ship into the Millennium Falcon here. I'm just thinking, hey, if we can get our ship upgraded, we should do so at least on a roleplay level.
The trick with that is, like with you wanting to do this, yours is a little time sensitive.
What do you mean? Like,
let's get this Maul thing out of the way, then
and
maybe
then spend a couple of days or weeks upgrading the ship, because I didn't oh my word, lightning strike. Sorry, lightning's going on outside my house. I did not hold it against my players. I said they were on the station for 5 days when they got their ship upgraded from a tier 0 to a tier 3. So we'll handle upgrading the ship later, but if you're not doing anything, I recommend you look in the Starship modifications and sort by suites.
I'm doing that right now.
What I'm looking for...
Do you have a sheet for all the upgrades we've done for our ship? Because our ship is already pretty freaking upgraded.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't gotten any new suites. We don't have any suites, which are basically sets of rooms. So what I'm recommending is, I am recommending that we at least get the mechanics shop for you, Nova, the not the med bay, what is it called? The mess hall, which would allow me to cook more and better, as well as 2 other things primarily for roleplay. I would say that as far as our ship goes, I would want luxury suites. Just because, we're moving on up. I would love to have luxury suites for us to stay in, and then another roleplay thing like a recreation room, which has a full bar. It's up to you guys what you guys would want, or if you want something specifically.
May I recommend that? What is it? Rather than, if we do get a luxury suite, we should also get some. I think maybe barracks, just because the luxury suite, we would only be able to have 2 people in the luxury suites at a time.
No, 4
or
people.
Luxury quarters.
4 people. It's double your luxury quarters.
The suite features a number of private quarters equal to half the ship's suite capacity by size.
Oh,
and our suite capacity
right.
is
Never
4.
mind. That's only 2 rooms. Yeah, that's not no.
Yeah.
That's right. So
I mean,
a barracks is basically a clone trooper barracks.
I mean, a tech room would be very handy. Or also, quick question: how difficult is it to gain a new tool knowledge?
Isn't that like a feat thing?
I think it is.
I think you can also learn them. I don't.
Well, I mean, you can probably learn a feat, so.
Here's my point.
That sounded.
I would like things that make sense for what we're already doing, and then we can discuss other stuff. For example, the mechanics shop replacing the engine room is absolutely perfect for Nova and would give her benefits whenever she does anything. It's awesome. Plus, it can house a droid for her to work on stuff. On top of that, I think some sort of mess hall. I think the mess hall would be great because it's something we use all the time. And then the other 2 can be argued for. I think roleplay-wise, having a suite where we can relax, like a recreation suite, where it has instruments and gaming tools and all this different stuff, would be fun. So it's up to you guys for the other 2. But I think when the time comes, we should get that mechanics pit for Nova, and we should get the mess hall for me, so that when I make a meal in the mess hall, if I can read this,
5 minutes.
Additionally, when a creature completes a long rest involving this suite, they regain 2 additional hit dice and have advantage on Constitution saving throws against disease for the next 24 hours. So basically, it gives me a full kitchen rather than just a stove and an air fryer.
Okay.
DM, do you have somewhere to be? You said like 5 minutes to probably Steph.
No. No one's here. I was just saying 5 minutes
for
you guys to finish up, because...
Let's
get them moving.
Yeah. We'll discuss this later because we're not doing it now.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll do ship upgrades next session, if we get there.
Okay. So, as you guys are... As you guys are passing Hellmad, you then venture over to the red-covered planet Dathomir. Let me get Cantina Band going for ambience. As you begin to approach the red planet, those who are not force sensitive, you still feel a bad feeling coming about you. But Nura, as you approach the planet, you hear in the background, just the name Brother keeps popping up in your head, as if someone's whispering in your ear. As you enter into the atmosphere, you are instantly hailed by a transmission which seems to be of Pike-based origin.
We'll let it. Pike. What is that? What do you mean by that?
Pike Syndicate.
Yes. I know, kind of nod at Rook and turn on so he's. I just turned it down. I paused the. I transferred the video to Rook, so he's the only one visible.
Okay.
voice pop up.
Pop up.
This is the Pike Syndicate. What are you doing in this region of space? Do you have authorization into this system?
I am going to step forward, and I am going to say into the communicator, I am here on sovereign business from His Excellency Jabba the Hutt, here to discuss with the great leader of the former Pikes an alliance. You will permit us entry to land or suffer his extreme disfavor.
Jabba, you say?
Indeed.
Person quickly nods and says, "Wait here until further notice."
It is unwise to keep his... Sorry, go ahead.
It cuts off real quickly as you guys wait there, and two ships come barreling out of hyperspace, just as you see these two fighters that have come out of nowhere, just now hovering behind you guys. They do seem to be what looks like the old what is it, Black Sun fighters?
Ooh.
Headhunters?
Yes, the headhunter Black Fighter
Z95s.
Yep, Z95s. You see two of them just come out of hyperspace behind you as they pass by.
I'm just gonna kind of quickly turn on the communicator to so are they kind of escorting us, or
They are
just
being
keeping an eye on us?
They're keeping an eye on you. They're being
Okay.
stationary, just circling around. Like one of them's circling, one of them's like aimed right at you guys, just hovering.
Okay. I am gonna turn on the communicator. I'm like, hey, Hawk, Bigot, Buckeye, you might want to get near the gunner stations. I don't know how this is gonna go, but if they get hostile, I want us to be ready for it.
Ensure
Alrighty,
Victor's
I'll
on
be right
standby.
on my seat.
Ensure Victor is on standby to disengage. And you can tell now, Nova, Nura is all business. He's no longer the happy, cheery guy.
Yep. So the weapons are like hot. Like I haven't turned on the weapons, but the shields are on, and if I can very easily turn on the weapons and prime them. So
Okay,
unarmed but ready.
just in case. Okay.
Exactly.
So 5 minutes pass, and you do get a communication sent back to you guys by the same person, same communication, same frequency.
Our leader will speak with you, but not in person. You are to land immediately onto the planet in a designated area that we so choose. If not, our artillery cannons upon the planet will bring you down swiftly. You are to surrender yourselves once coming out with your hands behind your head and your knees to the ground. If you do not comply, we will fire upon you without any mercy. Are we clear?
You are very clear, although I should inform you that His Excellency would be most displeased if an asset such as myself were to be harmed. It would not be wise, my friend.
Jabba's betrayal was not of our doing, but of his. But in any case, these are precautions that my leader currently wishes to execute properly.
I know who your leader is. He has just cause to be wary of me. Let him know that an old friend of an old friend is here to see him.
As you say that, he quickly has a look to his face like, how the fuck do you know who the hell he is?
As a Drathos, I smile, which is a very eerie setting as my teeth make up about a quarter of my face. You have learned your place well. Remember your first lesson. No question.
Alright.
He pushes the button off as the fighters are now heading down towards the planet, which gives you the signal to follow them.
Okay.
As
the communicator turns on, like, is pissing them off the smartest thing to do right now?
I kind of shake myself. Ugh, I feel dirty. Not making them angry, remembering or rather selling them the idea that I am much more than I am naturally. Jabba operates off of power, intimidation, fear, and unfortunately I have the unpleasant duty of selling that idea, but I tell you for sure, this is not my preferred way of handling things. I need an audience and I need to get his attention. He's not going to see just anybody. I still feel dirty about it, though, and I kind of brush my arms off. Nora does not like having to do this.
Okay. I'm gonna turn on the communicator, but I'm gonna contact Victor.
Okay. As you're turning on communications for him, he quickly just says in binary.
Over the last 2 months, I've lost about 20 pounds, which blows my mind.
And
Please
I'm gonna
tell me you
be.
speak binary.
My droid can translate, and that's what I'm using as my mediary.
Yeah,
But
he says, what do you want?
we might get into a hot situation. If they start shooting us, just be ready. It shouldn't. I hope it won't get to it, but just stay alert and stay hidden. They probably will not react well if you pop out.
Roger, Roger.
Right. I'm gonna kind of seal up my suit, kind of put make sure I'm all got all my equipment, get everything kind of set, make sure my droid's helmet is also sealed, so he looks like a just big dude. In fact, he pretty much looks like, except for the differences in armor, he looks very similar to the clones. Like, same general size, like...
Yeah, battle armor.
Yeah.
So I'm going to address all of you because I assume that Buckeye and Hawk are within range of the ship. Now, DM, asking what you said. They said everybody on the ship is supposed to come out with their hands behind their head and on their knees, or did they say just come out? Okay, so everybody. So I'm going to say, my dear friends, this is the Pike Syndicate, one of the most infamous criminal syndicates in the galaxy. I'm certain, Nova, you have had experience dealing with them. My point is, these are not people to mess around, and they are protecting one of the most dangerous and most powerful individuals in the galaxy as of yet. I recommend that you carry your weapons, but carry them on your back, and please do exactly as they said. I'd prefer not to get blasted before I get to meet with ye old Hornhead. Am I understood?
Yeah, quick question on that. Was your job with the freaking huts to get these guys to agree to be on our side, or just open communication one way or the other?
My task was to open a line of communication between him and Jabba, get them on speaking terms, and there is a substantial finder's fee should I actually broker an agreement, but I must confess that is not the primary reason we are here.
I get that. I just wanted to... Okay. I just wanted to see what you're trying to do here.
Let's just say that if we do this favor for Jabba, he will owe us one. So if we ever get in a tight spot, he will not only have paid us for doing this job, but will consider us assets valuable enough to not let die needlessly.
Hopefully we won't have to go in person and drop off this information so you can get yourself into another mess with him. Alright, let's get this done.
This is the end of it. And I begin to walk to the back of the ship. I'm going to go in my thick, billowing brown cloak, and I am going to hide my lightsaber under my robes. I am not going to... These are, by the way, these are nondescript robes. These are not like Jedi robes.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you guys are all heading down onto the planet, doing what you're needing to, you guys eventually do land, as the other ships do as well, in front of what doesn't seem like a natural part of the surrounding area, as you see the red tinted glow of the atmosphere, but the area that you're in is a little bit different. Instead, it's more of the lighter side of the planet that's closer towards the sun, so the clouds aren't really hanging, but it does still have that reddish tint, and the foliage right next to it that's more of like the tentacles that curl into one another. And on the outskirts of the side, you do see what seems to be a village of various colored individuals. Not so much to where they look all the same, but a lot of them are the same color nonetheless. Um, as you're also doing so, you do see a made structure that is way different from the other ones, meaning that the other individuals are more tribal. This is more of someone putting up an outpost or something. Um, so you eventually land in front of this building with the other two landing in different area spots that look like they have scratches of continuous use and being landed and continuously being landed on and off of. Um, so as you are also doing that, you eventually hear the door of your vehicle prop open, as outside of it you see several individuals that are both of Black Sun, Pike, and Dathomirian males with blasters and swords and whatever else they've had. A few of them are wearing body armor, a few of them are not. You see the different colorations and patterns within the Dathomirian Zabroks here, with their patterns being very similar but different in their chosen accord. A few of them, a few here and there, you see are more of young boys and young teens that are also kind of like that, but not too much. They're sort of defending as well, but they're kind of
Okay.
looking more curious.
I'm going to. This is the delegation. This is not just some random guards that are. This is like the group that said to.
Yeah, these are the guards that are like in the areas
Okay.
surrounding this. They all know. They all know.
So I'm going to put up my hands and I'm going to telepathically hands above your heads, and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put my hands behind my head, and I'm just going to stare at them for a few seconds, and then. So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
Oh, to the people.
Yeah, to the guards.
As you quickly do so, you say one of the pikes comes over. His face is completely covered. You cannot see it, but the detail in his helmet has holes in it. Um, in the face mask, he sounds a little more deeper than the rest of them. As he looks towards you and says,
I'll be the one speaking.
I was expecting your master.
You do not deserve the right to see him directly. He chooses who he wants to see. Your
Then am I
respect
to
for him
tell?
must be earned.
Very well then. I believe I am fully prepared to earn his respect in any way he deems fit. I am not leaving without speaking directly to him.
Then you can tell him that yourself. As a communication. Oh,
as a communicator is placed onto the ground, and a hologram of the horned man stands in front of you all. The hologram then prompts up on little legs, as it's also held up by a droid. It's kind of like the mini version of the Naboo one that Darth Sidious had.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a mini version of that. As it stands there and standing tall, chest out, looking down at you all, hands behind his back, he looks to you all and says, "Well, it is a pleasure to finally meet you."
I'm going to lower my hands from behind my head, keeping an eye on the guards to make sure they're not going to blast me. I'm going to bring my fist to my shoulder in salute and bow deeply. A great honor to finally make your acquaintance, Lord Maul.
His face quickly, he has like an eyebrow raised sort of moment, like, "You have heard of me? Fascinating. Only a few have ever heard of my name. So tell me, how did you acquire such information?"
I would be able to tell you more, Lord Maul, but I do believe that this place is not exactly the safest for my kind or yours. And I give a meaningful look.
We shall see. Aim blasters as quickly you hear all on you. All the blasters and all the weapons just all aimed at all of you, ready to be fired, perfectly aimed. Now I will ask again. Where did you hear of my name?
I'm going to not move at all, very, very carefully trying to not move, and I am going to say, very well. I tried to keep the information secret, but I will tell you in earnest. I have heard of you, Lord Maul, through your exploits across the Outer Rim. Your name traveled far across the stars, and your alliance of the Black Sun and Pike Syndicates reached many worlds. I heard of your name and learned of you through a mutual friend of ours who served in the war. I come to you now on a personal matter to speak with you that I believe you would be interested in, as well as a matter of negotiation with Jabba the Hutt, who I believe you gave a solid thrashing to in your rise to power.
As you are slowly finishing, you then hear a Buckeye.
Yes,
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
motherfucker. Roll dice. Constitution saving throw +6. Alright.
Oh, and has my thing found anything of note?
What was that?
I sent it to you in the private chat.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Does an 18 pass?
Roll me a stealth for that, for a moment. 18 to pass? Okay.
It is invisible, by the way.
Okay, so with advantage. So as that's happening, you quickly hear, as you hear Buckeye, like, now grabbing at his throat, and Darth Maul's face has become more focused, and his glow in his eyes has increased a bit, and says, "You are nothing like I've ever seen." Then he quickly looks and says, "No, you're exactly what I've seen." And then Buckeye gets thrown 20 feet across the area, as now the hands of Darth Maul have come out from behind him. The choking has gone away, and he now folds his arms slowly. Whoever you may have acquired this information from, I may know of them. If not, then you have some proving to do for me, Jedi.
Okay, since I know, I am going to, before Buckeye hits the opposite wall, I throw off my outer robe, and I turn, and I grab Buckeye in midair and pull him off so he doesn't hit the wall, and I put him gently back in place. And I turn back to Maul. I trust that...
He now has a starting grin across his face as he looks at you do this.
I trust I shall speak soon, Lord Maul.
Oh yes, you will speak to me quite soon. But if you're willing to make this alliance with Jabba, I believe that his subordinates that are assisting him will have to prove their worth to me first. You do understand, don't you? His grin increases a little bit as he clenches a fist for a second.
We're not with a Hutt. We're with Nura. We're with Rook.
Yeah. They shall prove most worthy of your consideration, Lord Maul.
Then tell me, why would a Jedi
Why?
He's sort of trying to like do the thing he does, like meet people, as he just quickly the droid now walks as he walks, like in the hologram, and just says, "With all that has been happening with the Empire, then you must truly have orders." I am unclear.
I'm going to say to him, why would you hold on to nothing but your hatred, Lord Maul? It is the only reason that is valid. Survival.
He quickly turns towards you and said, "Your order has merely only experienced what my old master had been planning for so long. You truly now understand the forces in which my master had brought upon, and have executed quite swiftly. I have done the same thing as your order has, and is hidden in the shadows in which I have formed in my own doing." His teeth are now bared to you. "But alas, you still have a way of surviving. I am building something far greater than even the Jedi will be able to handle when they rise."
So long as I can count you as an ally, Lord Maul, I could not care less what you are building, so long as it brings about the fall of your master. For Jedi though I be, I so very wish to see him pay for what he did to us.
Revenge is not the Jedi way.
The old ways are dead. We are the Jedi now.
I feel like this is a deception.
This is not. This is Nora again. Nora has come to
Genuine,
terms with
okay.
this. This is not Nora turning dark side. This is Nora acknowledging that the Jedi were imperfect.
Yeah, no, Nura's said that before a couple of times, so
Okay.
it's genuine.
He looks toward you and says, "You are much wiser than any Jedi I have seen. Then I know exactly which task I have for you. There is a desert hazard planet that I dare not tread upon due to the, well, hazard it has upon it. There is a temple there that has long been submerged within the sands. Only a small segment of it has been propped up as of recently in its, well, change of the galaxy. Go towards this temple and bring back anything that you find there. If you do come back alive with it, I will consider speaking to you directly. If the Pikes do not have anything more that they need assistance with, nor do the Black Sun, as the droid then turns towards his subordinates, as the Black Sun begins to look over and says,
As a matter of fact, we do. I have some business that also needs attending that I cannot currently go to.
And what business would that be, Black Sun?
There is a hut in question that has also wanted to join our ranks, very similar to Jabba, but farther away from Tatooine. He is currently on Nar Shaddaa, being waiting transport to head towards here for personal endeavors. His name is Gortura the Hutt.
as you guys hear Gatora, Nova, your mind echoes that name in the back of your head as you get a slight flash of memory. You remember yourself being chained against a wall as the whipping of what sounded like a Gamorrean pig just as the whipping sound could be heard in the back of your head. And in the background, you hear the slight chuckle of a hut, and then it quickly goes away. Make me a wisdom save. So, the black sun turns towards you.
Ooh, that's a 12.
Ooh, okay. As this happens, you quickly begin to get fearful. Your heart begins to race as you now remember that pain in the back of your, well, back. As you can, it almost feels like it's burning on your back for a moment. As you feel like you want to harm the person that just said the name of that hut.
Can I make a perception check to see whether or not I sense that this is happening? I'm not saying like telepathic. I'm just saying, can I make a perception check?
That'd be
To see if
probably more
she's gonna.
insight.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
that'd
can I
guessing.
make an insight check to see?
Um,
Because at the name of a hut, Nora would look at Nova for any reaction. Not yeah. Could I make an insight check to see whether or not she's gonna do anything?
no.
Okay.
So, Nova, what are you going to do?
Uh, so am I more angry or terrified?
You're more terrified and both angry.
That, so I'm more scared than angry.
Yeah. Well, no, you're more angry than scared.
Okay.
Parkour.
Um, this hut's a friend.
Are you asking?
I'm saying that out loud. Is this hut a friend?
The Black Sun and Pikes quickly turn towards you and says,
Not yet. But if you are to bring him here safely, he will be one of our potential allies. Why do you ask?
I have history with huts.
Darth Maul quickly turns towards the, sort of has like the chin think and then looks down towards Nova and says,
And his name. You know something of pain, don't you?
Are you
I-
looking towards
I meant looking at Maul. Right in the eye. Well, with my helmet on, but
Directly addressing Maul. Oh.
He looks down doing the think and then his eyes turn to you and then looks down towards you. And he says, "Oh, there's more pain that I've experienced than you may ever imagine." Remove their helmets. As several guards now begin to remove each and every single helmet of every person that has a helmet on.
I'm going to not. Okay, I am going to, as they begin to walk forward, I am going to raise my fist and immediately, not force repulse, but in a 15-foot radius surrounding us, which is right at the edge of where they are. I'm going to choose for it not to affect Maul's droid or my party members, but I'm going to telekinetic storm, and anybody that walks into it is going to be blown off their feet. I'm going to immediately raise my fist, and Maul can see the effect. Like, the capes billow out, and there's officially, like, a telekinetic wave. And I am going to speak directly to Maul. Lord Maul, I have already agreed to fulfill this task for you. Instead of forcing yourself upon me, I would ask for you to listen to wise counsel, for you know as well as I that threat of force can only get so far in negotiation.
As the guards are beginning to come towards you, Maul quickly says, "Wait!" And like raises his fist up in the air and then quickly looks towards you and says, "You are quite wise, Jedi. Wiser than most." He puts down his fist and says, "Very well. Bring Gotora Hut to us, and bring me
And
whatever is in that temple, and I will speak to you directly."
yeah, when he says Ghidorah, I kind of twitch a little, like involuntary.
I will say this, before we go. My Lord Maul, one last question before I go about your bidding, and I drop the field.
Choose your words wisely, Jedi. My patience grows thin.
You might potentially be in an alliance with Jabba the Hutt very soon. He is the head of the Hutt clan, and
I am fully
he would
aware of
be
what Hutts are, and what Jabba
then
is.
understand, my lord. If perhaps instead of having the Lord of the Huts and one of his small time subordinates in your control, what if you were to make an alliance with him and a spot in the Hutt cartel was to be made conveniently open for your alliance with the Hutt, and you were to have a direct hand in the next chosen heir of the Hutt dynasty? Perhaps we could create that opening for you, as opposed to bringing some subordinate with our own desires and ambitions into your fold.
Jabba had previously left the Syndicate upon his own terms, wishing to only be a part of it for his own, well, judgment. His actions had led to the continuation and conquering of whatever he had left over. His mistake had led to his falter, so him crawling back to us means that he wishes to continue on with the work that I so happen to be working on. That information will be secret until then. I suggest you do the tasks that I have set forth for you, and in the meantime, the rest of our conversations will be held until next visit.
I thank you for your patience and for your counsel, Lord Maul. I look forward to our next meeting where perhaps we can discuss more ancient secrets.
As you say that, he then says, "But there is one thing I must have to ensure I can trust you will finish this and not go crawling back for any possible assault."
And what might that be, my lord?
He snaps his fingers. As this happens, you see the other Chiss, the stormtrooper Chiss, quickly be lifted up into the air, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa!" as he's thrown into the arms of two guards as they quickly shung shung. They clip on what look like hand covers for like handcuffs onto him, and then a collar that has a small beep towards it, just beep beep. This individual, I feel, is not really part of your little brigade, and will be staying here with me until you finish the task. If you do not do so within a timely manner, the device that is placed upon his neck will detonate.
I'm going to turn back to Maul. How long do I have?
2 months. I am being quite generous, Jedi. Make it happen. Your time starts now.
I telepathically say to the
Communication
others,
shuts off immediately as he says that.
I am gonna
Alright.
look at as soon as the communication turns off. I'm gonna look at the other ones, and if it's like if a hair on his head is hurt, I will burn this. What are these things? What is the race again?
There's the Black Sun race, there's the Pikes, and then there's the Dathomirians that are on the planet.
Who grabbed the other chest?
It was 2 Black Suns. duplex on guards.
I just don't know what they look like. Is the
They're sort of green
you've seen
skinned, kind of Mongolian styled individuals.
you've seen the Clone Wars.
Yeah, have you seen Clone Wars? They're kind of like that.
The guys in the Clone Wars that Savage Opress decapitated.
Oh,
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
It's basically
you heard a
guards with
hair on
armor.
his. You heard a hair on his head. I will peel the crust from your skulls.
And as Nova says that, I'm going to pull out my lightsaber and point it at one of the two guards, and I'm going to ignite it. The blade going just to the tip of his nose, like probably an inch of clearance between his nose. As the green lightsaber, you heard the lady. Not a scratch on him.
He looks towards Nova and says, "Don't worry. New experience, right?"
What did he say? I didn't catch that.
He said, "Don't worry about me. You guys just get that thing done."
Immediately turn around and I give him kind of a hesitant nod and then literally like grab and march towards the ship.
Okay. So as you do that, your droid, disguised, follows you quickly, and do the rest of you guys get up?
Yep.
Did that pick up anything in the area? I know it wasn't a long, but
Oh, the droid. Did he pick up anything?
yeah. So he got a 23 on perception.
Okay, so...
And the entire time we were standing there, he was moving around. He can move 30 feet around. So not far, but...
Okay, so he was invisible. I'm gonna say he was, like, high up in the air and detecting stuff. 23. Your droid was able to relay at least a bit of some information as he is waiting in the engine room for you, just hovering, still invisible.
This is a small, this is basically a drone. It's one of my abilities. You can look it up under the tech tree. It's one of my new spells.
Is it kind of like those tiny little probe droids that are in Battlefront 2 in the campaign?
Yeah, it's basically it's a super small. It doesn't fight. Actually, it gives a size on what it can squeeze through.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's small. It's at least it can fit through anything. It's at least an inch in diameter.
An inch in diameter. That shit's fucking tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the little droid then lands on top of you. It's still like a little ball, like one of those little tiny spider balls, but it has a really long antenna inside of it that sort of folds up, kind of like today's like old radios, like the at-home radios that like your grandmother gave to you. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, but
Yep. Nope.
Yep. Nope. He quickly talks in binary in your ear, saying, a lot of the villages that are nearby are mostly male-based origins. A few of the females that are here are somehow being kept captive for unknown purposes. There also seems to be a very high energy field coming from the eastern mountain range about 3 clicks from our direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna nod and I'm kind of rushing towards the ship. Like, I basically do like it's still lifting off as the door is closing kind of move.
So the ship is lifting off.
Very quickly.
Okay. So, as you guys are all getting onto there, and you guys are all setting up and getting prepared, you guys quickly head on to there, and the information is sent to your guys' console already. And do you guys want to keep going, or you want to stop here?
Oh, I'm good with keep going.
Yeah, I'm good with keep going. I go into work. I have to get up at 6:30 tomorrow to go to work, but I'm okay. It's only 9 o'clock, so I'm good. I'm good to play at least another hour. Although I do say I don't want to go like another 3 hours. But I will say first off that as I go ahead.
Another hour is probably gonna be good for me because I need to I need to start working on essays because I've spent all of these past 4 days working on trying to fix my house.
Yeah, you do, man.
Sorry, man. So as the door shuts and as we take off, first things first, I'm going over to Buckeye, and I'm Buckeye. Are you all right?
That was a bit weird, but yes, I'm fine.
The power
Thanks
of the
for
Force, my
catching me.
friend. You're very welcome. I'd hate to see my favorite trooper go splat. And I look at Hawk. No offense. And I'm immediately going to walk towards the cockpit and try to say with Nova. Nova, are you in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going
As soon as you kind of step in, you kind of kick something below you, and you realize my helmet's just kind of sitting on, like, lying on the ground.
Okay, and I'm going to look down. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to sit in the seat next to you, and I'm going to just sit there for a few seconds.
You roll an insight check on me.
Yes, I can. I can. That's actually what I was thinking of doing. I want to see how you're currently doing.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll insight on her.
That is a 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you don't know if it's like you know the fight flight, like
Fight or flight mentality. Yes, I know that
Yeah.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
Nerd
So
doesn't
that's
even fight.
basically fully like, it's like panic, afraid, angry. Just if you tap in the Force, it's like you've never felt such strong. It's been like there's that pics of like fear and panic and like rage. And like my hands are actually like shaking on the controls. And you don't know whether that's the anger or the panic.
Ooh,
Hold on,
man,
before you
that's
guys
that.
fully get into that, I want to play music for the moment.
Oh boy,
Okay,
here we
go.
go. So I am going to reach out through my telepathic link. Nova, I'm sorry.
As soon as you say that, it's like you feel like a slap. Like somebody like if you reached out and tried to touch my hand, like somebody just slapped it. It's not like a force response. It's just like a knee-jerk.
A
like,
reaction.
Yeah. And I kind of twitch and look over at you.
I'm going to turn in my chair and I'm going to take your hand in both of mine.
I'm gonna kind of pull my hands away.
Nova, please. I know this was difficult for you. I
Could
know
have
that
told him about his brother. That's one of the reasons you went to talk to him.
I am not going to risk a reaction of that level in front of his subordinates. It is not something that they need to know about. I was trying to get us an audience, but unfortunately I was not able to, and now we're wrapped up in this. I'm sorry that we have to do this, and I'm sorry about our friend. I know you two are close, and I want you to know that I will do everything in my power to get him back without any harm that comes to him.
Sure. His name means something.
What does it mean to you?
Pain.
Perhaps that is something you will have to come to terms with.
I'm not sure he'll survive if we meet.
You will have to ensure that he does. We have a mission. We have a galaxy to save. We can't let our own petty emotions get in the way. You have to put them aside in the interest of the greater good. Please. For me. For him. For all that we've lost. Do this for me.
Let's do the desert first.
No argument there, Captain.
Okay.
That was fucking epic.
That was indeed. I was trying to time my words with the music, but
It worked actually pretty well on my end.
Likewise.
So, as you guys
All
are
right,
heading
it's still
towards
playing.
there, I actually don't have a planet for you guys right now.
It's Tatooine, isn't it?
No, it's not Tatooine.
Great!
It's better. It's better than Tatooine. It is a desert planet, but it's not Tatooine.
Is it a planet that already exists in the Star Wars
Oh no,
universe,
I think I
or
know what
a...
it is!
Yes, it already exists. It already exists. It's been in games. I just don't know the name of it. I have to look it up.
I know what it is. Wait, is it? Or is it not what I'm thinking?
Just listen
Ryla?
to me, and I'll
No,
tell you whether or not it is.
it's not the only other desert planet in the galaxy, is it?
I don't know what
There's
any
two of them.
desert planet is.
There's three. There's three.
No, there's Jakku, there's Ryloth, there's Tatooine,
Oh wait,
there's Geonosis.
We've been to Geonosis.
That's five.
It's not Jakku, is it?
No,
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
no, it's not Jakku.
The music's still playing, by the way. Is that intentional?
Yeah, that's intentional. But yeah, I can't remember the thing. But as you guys are finishing up your conversation, you then get a communication that keeps popping up on your guys' thing. This communication's been going on forever. Nova, you know about this communication, and it's just some really angry guy on the other end of it, saying like, "Oh, you better challenge me, or I'm going to slaughter your entire crew." Blah blah blah. I told him messages. He keeps leaving.
The hell? Is this for, can I pick out, like, what do I know about these, like...
You know, this person just keeps calling you guys, and you just keep fucking with them.
No, it's Card.
Oh yeah, it was
Fuck.
Card. So yeah, this
Yeah,
is the communication
I have
Card
no
calling
idea
you
who
guys
this
about.
person is. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of quickly press, like, is it a message, or is it an, like...
It's a message.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly turn it on, turn to the camera, it's like, the person you're trying to get in contact is no longer on this ship, don't call back, and immediately close the call.
Cool. As it happens, you get another communication, but it's actually coming from your belt.
I'm gonna check it.
Is this another one of Hawk's pranks?
Oh, is this one of those private calls?
Mm-hmm. It's one of those private calls.
Take over flying, I've gotta deal with something. I'm gonna
God,
wander in.
And as Nova
Hart
wanders
moves
away,
over to the seat.
It's already set in. The coordinates are already set in, just get us there.
Flash, take the controls. Does anyone ask if I know how?
Cool. So as you guys are heading out, you do realize that the continuous hyper stuff and going in and out has caused some slight usage of a lot of fuel. So you will maybe need to head to Holmad again to refuel up, or you can go to any near planets such as Drakmar or Bo-Tuff Jeff.
Well,
depending on where we're going, I'd like to fuel up in that direction.
Out of character, we're close to Holmad. We're literally less than a parsec away. What if we decided to do shipbuilding stuff later? Now that we know that we can't do stuff immediately, it'll take us like a day or two to reach our location. What if we did shipbuilding stuff for the rest of this session, 45 minutes to discuss that, and then we cut for the night?
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
We have money to burn. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Yeah, out of character, I'm fine with having this conversation. In character, I've got other things on my mind. I do not care. If you try to bring this up with me, I'm going to give you the, are you fucking serious look, and then close the door in your face.
Oh,
Anyway, your
okay,
call,
well,
Nova.
planet.
Yes, we're going to Holmad, where our arch friend is.
Yeah, okay, cool. You're not going to the other planet that I just looked up the information on that has a particular person in that area.
I would like not to be the instrument of my own destruction, thank you very much.
Cool. Okay, so as you guys are heading towards Holman and Nova, you get a communication on. Do you want to switch over to private chat?
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch over to
Clone channel?
yeah, well, you can do clone channel, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's open.
Shit, I need to change that to where it's only open for the clones. Damn it! Okay. I was just saying, I need to close this off for everyone else except the clones. Anyway, uh, so you get on communications as it's your Devorian friend again, as he left a message on your communicator. It's not a call, but it's a message left over, and he says, hey little one, I'm just giving you a message to let you know that we're gonna be heading out of the Terra system, and we're going to be heading over to damn it, Doro! What planet are we heading to? He says, alright! And, you hear that he says, Vodorin. We're heading to Vodorin.
All right, where does that in relation to? Is that like again? Right now, our priority is getting those 2 jobs done to get a person back. So like where is Voteron and what do I know about it? Do you want me to make a like intelligence check or?
Yeah, make an intelligence check. You guys are right here.
Would that be lure or navigation?
That'd be it'd be lore for the planet. It'd be navigation of where it's at. Cause they already.
Okay, the first roll is going to be navigation, lure, and then the second one's going to be navigation.
Got you.
Great. And the second one is
10 and
Not-
11. Okay.
well, the 10 is a 10. The 11 is a
Advantage or something.
it would be with with my proficiency bonus doubled.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's actually 21.
That's 21. Okay.
22. Sorry.
You know Vandarin is it's mostly a swampy planet, murky jungle, located in Hut space. It houses a particular type of species that's on there called, well, the Vandarin species, which are carnivorous cephalopods. Wait a minute. Wait.
And could you also private message me the name of the planet? I'm not going to look it up. I just want to make sure that if it comes up, I have it on records.
You know the planet was controlled by Huts, by Nal Hutta, who turned the Vandarins, into oh, it's that planet. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, that's really it about this place. Swampy planet, native to a particular race that was enslaved a few hundred years ago by the Huts, and then
So are we
was later
kind of
abandoned.
are we kind of close to Hut? Is all the places we're trying to get to pretty close to each other?
Yeah.
Or are they like far flung way the fuck away from it?
Vandarin is a little bit a ways away from you guys. Like, it would take you a couple different routes just to get there. Because it's kind of in between 2 hyperspace lanes. And then, yeah. Like, it's in between a major and a less major hyperspace lane. Very close to... very close to Kessel. Yeah, it's close to Kessel. and close to Wabani. But it's in between like the Kessel and Wambani area, in that general range. That's about all you really know.
Okay. I was gonna. If we were gonna swap back and do roleplay, that's fine. But I'm basically in my room, probably just crying for a bit.
Okay, okay. Well, let's talk
Yeah,
about
no,
something
it's been a long day.
Oh yeah, it's been a long day for you.
And I mean, the sequels is that to an
Oh.
extent. Oh, sorry,
Back.
game's continuing.
I hear sequels. Someone talking shit about the sequels.
Yes, yet again.
Everyone shits on the sequels. So
It started because I was talking about Persona. I'm sorry.
It is
No,
funny how everybody. It is funny how everybody hated the prequels. Now everybody looking back is like, you know what? The prequels, they weren't that bad.
And now they
I-
hate the sequel.
I always
You
loved
realize,
the
like,
prequels, but
people.
then again, I was
let me
made
say
fun of
this.
for liking them.
Look,
You know how it's said that all the sequels are trying to be politically correct and all that. Let me take this hot take. There was a comment that had hundreds of basically likes on an old forum in 2001 after the Phantom Menace came out. They criticized the movie for having people of color and women piloting the Naboo starfighters in the Battle of Naboo and claimed that they were feminizing Star Wars and making it more PC.
Okay. Oh boy.
That's
Like, are you kidding me? How ridiculous is that? So when I hear somebody say "Rey to Mary Sue," I'm like, yeah, maybe. I'm not gonna listen to you anymore.
Anyway, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
off
it
off
doesn't
the-
Are we
matter,
being recorded?
really. It's
Are we
Star
being
Wars.
recorded?
We're always being recorded.
Crap. Well, that's wonderful. Hello, Internet. I just said that.
We accept everyone's views, and we just talk about the opinions of other people. We do not. We are not very biased at times.
Yes, we have no political view whatsoever because it is incorrect to have one. All right. So,
Anyway.
Hong Kong.
Oh my
Empire
God.
did
So-
nothing wrong.
The Empire did nothing wrong.
No, I said free Hong Kong.
Hey, look,
We're
guys,
getting banned in
hey, look,
China,
guys,
boys.
I'm the mascot of an evil corporation.
Oh, we're getting banned by China, but we don't care. All right. So, speaking of corporations, we were going to head to what was that planet's name again? That moon that we got the Harch was on. Horon. What was it?
Hold on, let me double check it. Hallmad.
Okay, we were going to Hallmad for the. Okay, we were going to Hallmad for the rest of the session to buy ship upgrades.
Yeah, so, you guys ever to Hallmad? You see that there's not much here. Pretty much everything was left as it was, but it seems as though the Imperials in this area have gone. And in its homestead, instead, there are rebels. A small rebel faction just overhead.
Rebel Alliance rebels, as in Alliance to Restore the Republic rebels.
Yes. Not
Okay.
a lot of them, but a small segment of them.
Do I happen to see any ships beyond that of the standard CR-90 Corellian corvettes? For example, a VCX-100 light transport.
That's oddly specific.
I'm oddly specific right now.
You don't see any like that of the sort, but you do.
Good!
See...
I don't need more Jedi in this campaign.
But you do see, what's the name of that really long, weird-looking ship that kind of looks like an axe? It's in episode 6.
Hammerhead?
Yeah, it's
The
kind of like
Hammerhead Corvette?
No, not a Hammerhead Corvette.
Is it a
Starfighter or
Nebulon?
is it a?
Is it a Nebulon B?
Yeah, I think it's a Nebulon B. It was called
No,
like,
no, no,
Medical
no,
Bay
no,
thingy or
it's-
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the medical frigate was a Nebulon B. Oh, that's one of their capital ships. Oh my word, that's a big one.
Yeah, so that's
That-
overhead right now.
That's not anything
That-
minor for
no,
the Rebel Alliance.
that's-
Holy crap.
That's about the size of a small Star Destroyer.
That's about
At
the
least in
size.
length.
I'd say it's as long as a Victory, but not as large. Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's
Basically,
basically the biggest rebel ship they have, basically.
aside from Home 1, which was kept at Yavin the whole war until it was needed at the Battle of Endor. Okay,
yeah,
wow.
that's hanging overhead as you see that there was a battle that happened over here. As in the distance, you see a Imperial Star Destroyer destroyed.
Okay.
There's
We're gonna land at that station.
well,
Oi,
well,
is it loot time yet?
fine. The station itself that you guys have landed on previously is fine. There's just now X-wings and what seems like a few prototypes of A-wings, that are
RZ
coming
ones.
around. So yeah, so
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are hailed by a different person. This time it is a small uh what the fuck what is the race of that one little small character from the ninth episode of Star Wars?
Babu Frick's race.
Yes, Babu Frick's race. They have it in Star Wars 5e actually.
They do. They add
What
it
is
into
it,
the
Nan?
tiny creature.
Is it Antellum? No.
Alatin
That,
or something like
I'm
that.
gonna look it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
But yeah, you see a small person
I'm
there.
grabbing the name.
They're a little different. They actually have like a really long, like kind of stereotypical Sensei Chinese, like whiskers that go across their lips, and then like the single one. But the ones on the side of where his lips are longer than the chin one. As he looks over towards you and says, "What you two and platform?" His English is very broken.
Anzellan. That's what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to address the little thing. Hello, my diminutive friend. I am Jedi Master Nurabadan, serving with the Alliance.
Wait, pause. I thought we weren't telling the rebels you were a Jedi.
No, they know I'm a Jedi.
Yeah, they know.
Okay. Alright, sorry.
Yeah, I'm using this to my advantage because the rebels will give me free stuff. So, this is Jedi Master Nurabadan with the Alliance to Restore the Republic, requesting access to this station.
Okay. First off, I want you to make me a deception roll.
What?
Well,
Deception?
For the sole purpose that you have stated that you are now with the rebels, quote unquote, because I know for a fact you're not. I know what you're doing.
You're right about that. I was hoping that would go over your head, but no.
I've caught on. So I'm gonna make you make a deception on that one with disadvantage.
I'm a Jedi. They know I'm a Jedi.
Okay,
please,
there's a 13.
Please. Yeah, 13. Oh my word,
Okay.
please.
Okay, the little creature looks at you and say, "Looked like Jedi." Says, "But still pay 50 credit."
Absolutely, I would be more than happy to pay 75 to the Alliance to restore the grand old Republic.
Oh my god!
Still hold dear.
Roll another deception.
My own credits. Shut up. I'm paying him 75 credits. Shut up.
You know what? Roll deception with advantage this time.
Deception with advantage. I'm paying him more than he has. All right. I'm gonna roll with it because I think this is fun. That's a 5. I'm glad I have advantage.
Just stop.
What am I trying to deceive him of? I love the Old Republic. I know I do. I know I do. What am I deceiving him of? DM, you have to tell me what I'm deceiving him of.
You're deceiving him that you're part of the rebel stuff and saying
I
that
already
you're a Jedi.
did that. I already did that, and I said in the name of the Old Republic to which I hold dear, and that's not a lie.
Well, this is with advantage, so I'm going
That's
to
a
instead.
5.
Yeah, I'll let you have the 5.
Half truths are still deceptions.
Yeah, it's a half true, so that's your advantage. I'm gonna say for this, it's going to be your 5 instead of the 1, because it's an advantage.
Dang it.
Well, it's a disadvantage against advantage, yada yada.
Okay, I'll roll with it, but I didn't say anything wrong. We're landing
Okay.
at this station.
He looks towards you and says, "Fang!" and close off communication. His door thing comes open. As 2 X-wings exit out just past you guys, not unfolding their wings or anything, but they're there. But as you guys are also entering in this area, you do see that there is an insignia of the Mandalorian clan that still resonates within this station.
Oh, crap. Is this the clan that I talked to before, or is this the clan where the leader of it was not too friendly?
This is the one that you. This is actually a different clan. It looks very similar. It's the Mandalorian symbol. That's why you think, oh shit, it's the same people. But in this case, it is a different clan. So
Oh.
there's more than one clan living in this station.
Good.
Very
I don't
good.
know if that's good as of right now, but
So as you guys are approaching into this hangar, you see the Mandalorian symbol of the Great Dragon, sitting overhead in mateship metal instead of spray paint. Metal on the large area. As you do see several Mandalorians, at least 3 of them are standing in front, looking over what's happening. A few of more of the insubordinate workers of different species are also working alongside with other Mandalorians, because they like to pull their own weight and do shit too. You guys land in your YT-1300 as a few of them look like they're talking to themselves, and there is a singular person that comes out. His helmet is off. He has short buzz cut typed blonde hair. His features for some reason look very reminiscent to Hawk and Buckeye. But he looks older for his face. As you see, there's like a scar across his eye. One eye is a different color from the other. One is green. The other one is a nice honey like brown. The armor he wears almost looks like very similar to clone armor, but more inspired of Mandalorian armor. As there's like the sash of like an arc clone over his shoulders, the comma that's been reinforced now with like pieces of Beskar metal. Very similar to like kind of like the Japanese weaved armor. Have you seen that on their legs and stuff? It's kind of like that.
Yes, I have.
He is holding a helmet that is a Mandalorian helmet, but looks very different in design. I will try to look for that photo.
He has the helmet
now.
off?
Yeah, he has the helmet off, and he's like holding it to his side as he's just looking up at this, at your guys' YT, like directly into the cockpit.
Isn't that a really strange thing, though? And how long has it been? Because I might have come out at some point to pilot.
It's been about 2 minutes since you guys have landed, and you're seeing this guy walk up with 2.
Oh, I mean, since we've hit light speed and left the planet.
Oh.
How long was the trip?
Relatively an hour.
Okay, so I probably still haven't come out of my room then.
Yeah, so you're trying to see if I took a picture. Yes, I did. So, what would you guys like to do? As I'm grabbing this photo.
So wait. This guy is walking towards us.
He's walking towards your ship.
And he's a Mandalorian without his helmet on.
Yes.
I don't recognize him, do I?
No.
He looks like me and Buckeye, but older.
Okay, I am going to
Oh,
kind of
that's
walk
a phase
forward
one
and
helmet.
That's the helmet in Beskar design.
okay, wow. Did you draw that yourself?
Yes, I did. Did it with pencil?
That looks
Did it
very
with ink?
cool. That looks awesome. I am going to walk up to him and I'm going to bow very carefully. Good afternoon. Whom do I have the honor of addressing this day?
That depends. What's your business here in my cockpit? He sounds very older in tone of Buckeye and Hawk.
I have my helmet on, and you guys probably remember that I got my armor modified, and on that I took some very Mandalorian tones on mine as well, but mine looks more like a modified Phase 2 helmet instead of a Mandalorian Phase 1.
Oh, I got
If
something just like that.
So it looks kind of similar in vibes. I'm just gonna shoot that out. But so yeah, I take a look at Hawk real quick, cause like
Yeah,
he has the face, he has the voice, but older. So I'm just like,
yeah. Hawk's wearing like armor that looks somewhere between the 212th that he was wearing and the Reiko Hardin armor from the second half of the Kenobi pretending to be Reiko Hardin.
Okay.
I'll try to draw what I'm thinking. Plug.
Okay, these are the other two designs that I did too. Just to show you guys too.
Really nice.
So he looks up towards you and says, "Well, what's your business here?"
Me and my compatriots seek simple shelter at this place. We also seek to modify our ship, have some work done on it, for which we are willing to pay in real credits. And I do believe that my compatriots would be familiar with yourself. I don't believe I caught your name.
The name you're only needing to hear from me is Great Eye, and that's all you're getting.
Very well then. My name is Jedi Master Nura Bardan. You may be known to me as however you choose. These are my compatriots, Nova, and my two clone troopers, Buckeye and Hawk.
Nova is not. Nova is not there.
I know.
Has not left her.
Very well then. I will say that, she's mostly a loner.
He quickly, as soon as you say clones, he turns his head towards them. He then, in all of respect, he has his helmet as he quickly gets in a saluting pose and salutes to you both and says, "Brothers." And then quickly looks back towards you.
I remove my helmet and return the salute.
You know that little gesture that Rex does with one of his pistols where he like races up to his brow and just
Yeah.
almost gestures with. That's kind of what Hawk does, but without the pistol.
Okay.
Two-figure salute, I think, is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-figure salute. He says, he looks back towards Nora. "Well, if you have some work to do, if you wanted to continue staying here, another 100 credits, and you can do as you so please. If you need tools, just ask a few of my men. They'll help you out."
I would be more than happy to support a cause that is against the Empire. And I hand him 100 credits.
He looks at them. "All right. Boys, make sure to have eyes on them, at least. I trust you won't start any trouble here."
No, sir.
Absolutely not.
"Good. The two clones can do as they please. They'll be treated here like family, and as equals. Same with you.
I thank you, my friend.
But be wary. They call me Eagle Eye for a reason.
I wouldn't have it any other way. May the Force be with you.
Same with you. He quickly puts on his helmet and starts walking before he just buggers off with the what looks like a small variation of a jetpack, just quickly onto upper platform just above you guys as he continues his walk.
So, he seems fun.
Indeed.
Hawkeye, you kind of get a feeling about this guy. Not a bad one, but more of a good feeling. As if like something in you just this sort of like, not screams, but sort of tells you, this might be something. Kind of like, instead of like, I got a bad feeling about this, you got a good feeling about this.
I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I kind of want to start that. Instead of Star Wars saying, I got a bad feeling about this, it's more of, I got a good feeling about this.
I got a good feeling about this.
There was that one scene from Solo.
I didn't see all of Solo, unfortunately.
I don't remember much.
I remember bits and pieces of it here and there, but yeah.
So, what would you guys like to do? You have free reign up on this station, but if you're wanting to look around, you do see that there are Mandalorians in different areas. There seems to be more of an open pocket area as you kind of hear the clashing and banging of flying coat and metal like banging against one another. Kind of like there's fist fighting happening as you hear a few Mandos just go, yeah, go, come on, like that sort of stuff in the background. You hear like the whirring of like tools and stuff, like zzz, of plasma. You hear droids going by here and there. It's quite busty in here, quite busy, but not too busy.
Nora's not interested at all in fighting, and again, he doesn't like it. So he is going to handle more shopping, not necessarily just for the ship, but also for himself. So if you guys want to do anything, I recommend you do that before Nora goes shopping.
I know I want to go see the fights. So I'll be running there. I know I want to grab some weapon supplies and shit, but for now I want to see the fights.
Okay. So, as you guys are heading towards the fighting you do see that there are some Mandalorians that are propped up on crates and more of looking over as they're cheering on what looks like two Mandalorians sparring against one another. One of them seems more like of a more bulky female. Not too bulky, but like she's skinny enough to look like an actual female, but not to the point where you would guess it at first. But you can tell like her movements are very more fluent and more tamed up as this heavier man is more trying to just whack on her more than actually like precision shot. As you see, she's going for more precision, using the jetpack at times to like back up and go back forth. And you can hear like the hitting as the guy just and a few of them were like, "Come on, Car, come on!" As this female says, "Yeah," she uses the jetpack to then finish off this guy with like a spin in the air, and just the final whoosh right down onto his head as his helmet just it almost looks like it snapped off his head, but it's more of like a and it comes spinning off of his head as you then see this as this other pure blood Mandalorian just wipe off the blood from his cheek, as you see that one side of his eye is also swollen from like the impacts that hitting him in his helmet. As he says, "You as he just slits down, and as you hear a couple, yeah, and I go like, ah. So the female like looks over and says, "Third time, I've won." She cracks her neck, and she walks over to what looks like a small little bar area that are being served drinks as several Mandalorians pass by one another and are handing credits off to the other person that they bet with.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for the credits to be exchanged.
Yeah, that's where it's at. As you see this big guy just slowly get up and just hear a from his shoulder as he's like, "Oh, that bitch wallops hard." And he walks off. What would you two boys like to do?
That's a good question.
What?
Honestly, I haven't thought further than watching the fights, so I honestly don't know. I don't know if I want to challenge her or not.
Go
It's up
drink.
to you. This is free reign. What do you want to do? You want to talk to people? Do you want to just yeah?
I guess I'll just head to the bar, but like not challenge her. Just like congratulate her while I'm passing by, and just order like a burger or something, space burger, whatever they
Space
have.
burger. Okay. Space burger. Fuck, I'm gonna make that a meme now. I'm gonna make that a T-shirt where it's a clone. It's a clone in his armor just holding a burger.
Like a thumbs up, like.
Yeah, like
Oh,
yeah, like a space burger.
mention like I'll just have a space burger or whatever the fuck they have. But yeah,
Anyway, so as you are heading over towards the bar, the female had taken off her helmet because this area is not so strict. This clan isn't so strict to different species. As you see that this uh red-haired individual, very short hair, not the one from the Clone Wars. This is a completely different person. Um, she pulls off her head, her head. She pulls off her helmet as her red hair comes revealed off. It's all in various like ponytail, like not like big ponytails, but kind of like Rey style of hair almost, but it's a little more wild and more flowy. As it's kind of
Large
dyed.
braids.
Yeah, large braids. Just come down out of the helmet, like it got bunched up into a swirl and then just unfolds as the helmet comes off. Her eyes are more of like a greenish tone. Um, kind of like a darker grass color, but not too much. Like it has that shine to it in the sun. Uh, she has like some like freckles of sorts across her skin. Not too blatant, but enough to where you can notice them. As she's just sipping on this stuff, just trying to like breathe from this intense fight she had.
congratulations, mom. You seem to have impressed a lot of people.
She looks towards you and says, "Thanks. Hey, you're a clone.
You'd be right.
You working for the Empire? One of the, or for the rebels? I mean." She sort of holds her head a little bit, just rubbing it.
I do not work for either factions at the moment. I'd
Ah,
rather not be waste. I'd rather not waste my good genes on the Empire.
huh. You could always waste your good genes on Mandalorians. We already got a couple of you guys of your guys' generations in here.
So I've seen. I wonder how that happened.
It's from our leader, our, well, commander. General, you could say. He was the one that found at least two of the clone buddies, before your war got started. Said that they could join in with the clan, and they've had generations of children. I'm not one of those generations. I'm one of the few purebloods from our clan. Not to boast. She sips and swigs her cup as she looks over. Another Jane's.
Uh, I, by that point, I'll just like sit right next to her, I guess, and continue chatting and whatever with my space burger.
Okay, Hawk, what are you doing?
I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing.
Go ahead, man. This is free reign for clones right now.
Good answer.
This
Oh,
is Clone Con for you guys.
I.
Clondo Mando.
You know, I. Just. If. Buckeye, do you have an idea of what you're doing? just because I might need another few minutes to think.
Okay, we can get back to you. I'll let you think on what you want to do. Sorry to put you on the spot. Okay, so Buckeye, what were you wanting to do in the time
well,
being
hold on.
Hawk think?
Well, Hawk, do you want me to do what I'm doing? Because it's going to take me a minute or two to do what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think you'd be better off with waiting after Nura because I'm stretching my role play skills at the maximum right now.
I'm sorry to put you guys
Okay,
on the
that's.
spot.
Yeah,
No,
that's.
it's okay.
I'm sorry I just
Uh,
placed you like right in the spot, like just switching over the lights. Be like, okay, you guys turn.
It's like,
no,
that's I attacked you.
that,
No, deflect.
that's completely okay. So what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to head over to the shops because this is a place where Mandalorians are indeed building things. I'm going to search for two things. Because I have discovered that Star Wars 5e does not have anything I can use to increase actual ability scores, just saving throws, which sucks. I'm going to search for two things. I'm going to search for a set of composite armor, which is similar to what the clone troopers are wearing. It's not exactly the same; it's a little bit heavier.
Well, I'm wearing
Uh,
modified composite at the moment.
Yeah, he's wearing
so
modified composite.
it's medium armor, the heaviest I can get within my limits. It will give me disadvantage on stealth checks. I am willing to locate and purchase a set of composite armor, and I'm looking for a suitable one from Star Wars that I think would at least fit with Nura a little bit. This is basically
I could think of something
a set
in my
of
head of what you
light
could
plate.
possibly want.
I see so many of them with helmets. I know this is not exactly. I'm not asking for this specific armor, but as a point of reference in the general chat, you see that armor in particular that you all should know well. It has a chest plate, it has shoulder pads, it has light armor along the arms and legs.
Okay.
It's not fully restrictive, but I'm looking for a set of armor that has those plates on it, and I am looking for a heavy shield generator.
Heavy shield generator. Okay. Well, first, make me perception rolls because this is like a big crowded area. There is shops in this Mandalorian area.
Would this be perception or investigation?
Perception to see whether
'Cause I'm
you can
looking.
find these places.
But I'm looking
Investigation to
for
see
it,
whether
like-
or not you could find it, or whether or not you can find someone that looks like they can do it or make it.
So
How about
so it's basically
investigation to
one or
look
the
for
other.
How about investigation to look at to look for the shops, and perception to see whether or not they have what I want?
There you go. That'll work.
Okay. So I'll roll investigation first to see around the area. I don't know how many of these I get. So investigation, it's an 11.
Okay, well, you do find a couple shops, but you don't find much of a armor smith. But you do find some places that are selling armor.
Okay. Do any of them have a set of armor like that? A set of composite armor?
They have some, but not exactly what you're looking for. They're more for bulkier base people, kind of more towards what the Mandos are and whatever other species are in here for size comparisons.
So I'm a little tall for their sets. Could I get a set custom made?
You could. Did you roll the other one?
perception check to see whether or not they would be able to. No, I have not. Let me check that. Let me see what my perception is. Perception, that's a 4. 20.
Hey, okay. You do see someone that could make this armor for you. There's two people actually. There's one that's more for the Mandos, which kind of look like someone that just bends the metal a little bit and stuff. And one of which is a droid that is assisting that person, but has also made a little bit more of his own variations using other materials because he's not Mandalorian, can't get the shit for it properly, uses other materials very similar. Yada yada.
So, you're saying I could get a set of composite armor made for me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I would like to approach them. Excuse me, my friends. I would be most interested in making a custom order for which I would be willing to pay all in cash. And I would prefer it to be a very fine set of composite armor for an individual such as myself who finds themselves constantly relying on aggressive negotiation. Would this be an order that you would be able to fulfill?
Hold on, let me grab the thing I was gonna grab. So the person that comes up to you is the Mandalorian. The droid was about to, but then the Mandalorian steps forth and is wearing this helmet. Instead of it being a gold, it's more of a bronze color instead. So it's more bronzy than gold.
Oh, well, that's a Forge Master. Okay.
The Forge Master walks over towards you with the helmet on.
Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt. Do I know who this is from, like, actual in-character lore? Do I know?
No.
Crap. Okay.
Okay, that one's not gonna work. Never mind.
Too heavily modified
Let's
there.
see if the female one will work. And what exactly were you wanting?
Madam, I was requesting a set of composite armor that would fit my rather lithe form. I know that I am taller than most species, and my anatomy is, and I flex my clawed fingers, strange. I would be willing to pay handsomely for a suit of composite armor that would fit me perfectly.
I could easily make this armor for you, but do beware, you cannot use it out of our own materials for Mandalorians.
Of course, I would never suppose that I could be given a set of Beskar armor. I would never even think of it.
Then what materials are you looking for? We have Mithrian, we have other base materials such as Cadmium 12.
I assume this would affect the color.
Yeah, the different materials would also affect the color. That's mainly what these other materials are for.
Chromium.
Okay.
Just kidding.
No, I'm not becoming Captain Phasma. Thank you very much. By the way, this is a set without a helmet. This is a set without a helmet. I'm not making a helmet out of this as well. I didn't really put much thought into this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have it be. I'm going to have it be. I'm going to have it be made out of a Durasteel alloy. So it's not a Durasteel set of heavy armor, but it's got Durasteel plate. I want it to be shiny and silver, not like Captain Phasma shiny, but I want it to be a standardized silver type armor. I'm not going to go for a blue tint or anything like. I'm just going to go for a standard silver style.
Okay,
to
more
it.
of like a light
So,
grayish color.
Yeah, kind of a deep grayish silver. It still shines, but it doesn't like reflect the light, or it's not a mirror you can look into.
Gotcha.
It's basically like a Jedi battle armor, the classic traditional style of battle armor.
Okay. She looks over towards you. This can be done, but However, we will need to take measurements of you first. Then I will begin the process. I'm sure you're wanting it in a specific style.
I would like it in the style of the old Jedi Order, madam. The ancient Jedi Knights wore armor into battle, and I presume that I would wish to do the same.
To craft such of a, as the old would say, enemy of the Mandalorians, I wouldn't know how to. But however, my droid may be able to assist me in this matter. It will cost you double, though. I would
Well,
say 2,000 credits.
done. And I immediately hold my arm out.
She looks towards you and grabs your hand and shakes it.
And I immediately hand over 20 gold credits worth 100 each, which is the total of 2,000.
She looks over at it, at the bunch, double checks and counts it. Says, "Very well. Give me a day, and I will have it done. I will send my droid once it is complete."
Very well, then. I
Turns,
will look forward to seeing you on the morrow.
she turns towards her droid, and he quickly gets up. This droid kind of looks like a K2 unit, but then add more arms.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it has like 4 other pairs of arms underneath its side, as it quickly just looks over and begins getting
Hello.
all the tools that she needs and the materials like all at once,
As
just like
it,
spider tentacles.
as it looks at me, I go, "Oh, hello there."
It's spec binary
And
hello.
and I walk away.
Okay. Hawk,
All
have
right.
you
I'm
thought about
also
what you were
looking
gonna
for.
do?
Well, hold on. I'm also looking
Yeah.
for that. Hold on. I'm looking for that heavy shield generator too. Do I find one?
You weren't able to find a shield generator, unfortunately.
Dang it. All right. Well, fine. I got half of what I wanted. It's better than nothing. We'll discuss ship stuff after Hawk's done.
Okay. So Hawk.
All right. Okay, so can I make sure that I have what I'm thinking of correctly? Can you give me a description of what's going on around me in this room?
Yes, currently in the area that you are in, did you follow Buckeye at all? Or did you go
I
off and
guess
do
I
your
did
own
because
thing?
you just asked it. Well, actually, I would go off and do my own thing. I'm going to try and find. I know they're probably not going to be open at the moment, but I'm going to try and find people who. The people you go to buy travel tickets, essentially.
Gotcha.
Shuttle tickets.
Okay, so
Yeah, like I said, they're probably not going to be open right now because stuff's not going at the. Because a battle pretty much just happened, but you get what I mean.
yeah, so as you go over to see battle, oh sorry, drinking water, eating chocolate. Um, as you go over to go and see if they were open, you don't see that they are currently, but they're being set up by rebels currently. Um, as you walk over to that area, you do see a what looks to be a senator of sorts in this area. You don't know who this person is directly, but they're right next to a Mon Cala commander right next to them. This Mon Cala is more of a yellowish color. He looks very young, as his military garbs are more of the standard traditional like padding on the shoulders that are the round and circle Napoleon type ordeal with tassels and shit. You see them discussing with other people on how to set this stuff up as like several rebel troops are running by here and there, passing by various Mandalorians as well.
I will walk up to him and. Well, I'll walk up towards him and wait until he's done talking to whoever he's currently discussing things with.
Okay. As you finish up, you do see that the person he's talking to is a woman senator. She has her hair pinned up onto the side of what look like cone-like buns. Um, she's wearing a little bit more of armor over her whitened dress as she bows her head towards them and then slowly like looks to you, but then quickly like turns her eye away as the Moncala stands there. He sees you and quickly bows his head softly to you and says, "Greetings there. Are you one of the Mandalorians here?"
No, sir. I'm. Me and some friends recently touched down in a ship, and I've been looking to try and take a short break from our journeys, and wanted to talk to whoever could arrange such things. I, whenever they're free to discuss it, that is.
Ah, I see. You're wanting transport off of here. But why away from your own vessel?
They are preoccupied with other things, and I need some time to think about what's happened with my life, and I don't need to be dragging them down when I do so.
He sort of looks towards you and says, "Dragging them down. Huh. You know, you kind of remind me. Well, actually, is your helmet on still at all?"
Yeah, my helmet's on.
Okay. Uh, do you have the hood up and everything?
Hood up. I'm not wearing robes. I'm wearing the composite armor that I bought so that for that one mission, and then it's like I said, it looks like bounty hunter armor is the best way to describe it.
Okay. Do you have the
With like
do you have the clone helmet on though?
no, I have that helmet on. Just
The other helmet. Okay. We'll just say your other helmet.
Yeah.
So he looks towards you and says, "Oh, I see. I can understand that. But you do remind me sort of myself when I was younger. I always thought my youngest age was what brought down my friends, or what I was doing wasn't up to co. But I trusted in my instincts. If you're wanting to hear my advice, I can give you a little if you so please."
well, looks like we might have a little bit of time with the senator over there talking still.
Ah, yes, Senator, uh, Senator Organa. She is currently
Wait.
doing some things for our faction here, at least supporting what she can. But that isn't to be seen. More of which negotiations for the Imperials in this area to give up at least this section of the station. But in any case, my advice to you, young warrior, do not ever think that you are a failure or a letdown based upon what has gone on with yourself, but instead look up at what you have accomplished and have overcome to better yourself as not only a leader, but also as a friend to all. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I'm sure that you will find the wisdom in your travels to fully. Well, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to get out words.
It's all right.
But in any case, keep your head high and your spirit strong. I do have to go now. He quickly looks over towards his ear as another Moncala head came by, and he says, "I do have to go. I have other business. I will try to see if I can provide a transport if possible, but we are most likely going to be staying here the best we can to hold out this position."
It's understandable.
I hope you can be able to find wisdom in your travel, though. You have a good day.
Thank you.
And he heads off. As you see that, you then kind of get a feeling in the back of your head. Maybe he was right, but the unwillingness to really take in stuff right now kind of hazes that. So it's like 9:10. Do we want to wrap up a little bit here? And then
That's 10:10. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm after like a couple hours, I'm probably gonna come out, and if people are okay, kind of, I'm the last if that's, and then I'm fine with calling it. Like we can.
we'll handle ship stuff outside of the game, and we'll say, how about this? At the end of this session, after Nova does her thing, we'll say like 2 days or so passes. I'll get my armor. The upgrades for our ship will be applied, and then we'll leave next session.
okay, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to see if there are any less obvious rebel contacts around. Somebody that knows what they're looking for.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
What?
I'm reading the chat.
22. Oh, and I'm also bringing my droid and all the equipment we acquired in the cave.
Okay, what was the roll? 22. Okay. You are able to find at least one person who's more so doing his own thing.
Keeping an eye without keeping an eye out. If, that probably is the.
As you look over, you kind of see a few people, but they're more of like their own commanders just looking over stuff here and there. You do see that senator pass by though.
Certain domes on our heads.
Yeah, with the domes on her heads.
All right.
If you're referring to Leia, she would be 5 at this time in the universe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but she's right next to her father. Her father's right next to her.
Oh.
Yeah. As I said,
Where
both are
am I?
Guardians.
Where am I right now?
You are in the marketplace. They are not in the marketplace.
Hmm.
All right. I'm
Okay,
gonna.
okay. I can't pass this opportunity up, but I'll wait till next session.
Okay.
Okay, DM, you're not gonna screw me over. I can talk through.
I
DM,
will...
DM immediately screws over player.
Please no,
We're
please
gonna have
no.
more
I
roleplay
want
in
to
this
talk to
station,
Bail
right?
Organa. I love him so much, and he dies in Star Wars before we really get a chance to look at him. I can talk to Bail Organa later.
Okay. I will think about it, and I will DM you my decision. Okay?
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask and kind of word in such a way, kind of, hey, do you guys have bounties on a certain level of stormtrooper?
Are you asking...
The person, no, not Bail Organa. The guy I kind of picked out that I could see is kind of. I'm looking for more of kind of a.
Okay. The person
You
that
get
you...
like a secret, like kind of keeping an eye on the crowd, but also like hidden. Like there are the obvious guards walking around, and then there are the guys actually doing like keeping an eye on people.
Yeah, you do find someone that's like that. He's more...
And I kind of like quietly approach, kind of lean on the wall next to him, and kind of in a very subtle way, I'm like, hey, I was just wondering if with rebels with stormtroopers as they are, if there's a certain price on their very unique helmet.
What are you talking about? This guy's more of a Devorian? Not Devorian, the fucking...
Deveronia.
If I was looking to do some business selling some in good shape stormtrooper armor quietly, who would I go talk to?
Oh, you want to sell stormtrooper armor?
and some of it's of higher quality. What are the? What's the force we killed? The really good guys. They're called.
Troopers.
Some of
Death
it's
Troopers.
from a very deadly group.
Really now. What type?
Certain black armor.
Your shadow troopers, death troopers.
Death troopers.
Oh, really? Where the hell?
In good shape.
Where the hell did you be able to kill death troopers? That's some really high tech shit.
Yeah. Unfortunate circumstances led to that, but they're what armor we were able to get off them still in good shape. I've got for sale.
Really? Is the Empire chasing you at all?
Not that we've been able to figure out. We're not unwanted or anything like that, and even if we were,
Can I put a thing on that? I think as clones, we would have, since it's pretty much like the same basis of armor, right?
Yeah.
So we'd probably know how to deactivate whatever scanners, whatever.
and I
trackers,
also
Yeah,
would be
you
very
yeah.
careful. Yeah, and knowing Nova, she definitely would have also been aware of that and disabled. If the DM's gonna pull that with Nova being this like smuggler techie lady,
That's fine. He looks over towards you and says,
don't worry, it's all disactivated. I've triple checked.
he looks around for a second and comes close. We're actually trying to start an operation with such clone armor or stormtrooper armor.
I kind of turn around and you see my kind of droid with a large container covered, and it looks like it's something else. Like there might be like pieces of like equipment under it. I'm like, I can handle it right now if you can direct me to the right people.
Yeah, let me call let me call my boss. He's like
I'm gonna take
in awe like right now. It's like we've been trying to pull this for weeks. God damn it, we finally have it from some rando.
Yeah, and I'm taking some steps back. Like I'm giving him the space and
Okay, he like
like
gets on communicator and starts speaking with someone like secretively, like looking around.
and I was also making sure that as talking to him, I did it quietly, and so it was just us two. Like that's another reason I was looking for somebody like him in particular.
Okay, so he looks over and says, he finishes up and says, "Gotcha." He looks over, does like a quick heel spin, and then, okay, like, like claps his hands, lowers his face. So, the person right now that I need to talk to is currently in a meeting with a bunch of other people that I could care less about. But second in command recommends that we just purchase this directly from you and any other business that you have with these stormtroopers, if you're ballsy enough, could help us provide at least getting weapons and stuff to make you somewhat of a secret person. You don't have to be aligned with us.
I'm already on, and I kind of like I'm already on one of your lists.
Oh. Right. Right.
I've just been busy recently, and so I actually didn't know that rebels had taken over this area, and figured. Does he have a data strip on him?
Yeah, he does. He looks.
I kind of do like a give it here with my hand, and I kind of enter in a code and give it back to him.
Okay, he looks over, does that. He looks over and says,
So my idea is I'm not like, again, we know more about what's going on, but I'm not like secret agent or anything. This is just
Gotcha.
I'm a known asset. Like you can trust this person not immediately stab you in the back.
Yeah, he looks over at it and just reads up and looks at you. Okay, yeah. Awesome, then I have nothing to worry about. Places on the thing, is like, alright. Yeah, the price we'll be willing to give you is about 5,000 credits for all this. That's as low as we can really go.
That's as high as you were willing to go, you mean? DM.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
That's as low as we're willing to go. I'm like, all right, start negotiating.
Well, this is the highest that they can do right now because
Yeah.
credits are very fucking sparing right now.
That's fair.
Negotiating.
We are actually gonna get some work done on our ship. If we exchange credits for equipment and work on our ship, could we increase that amount? Cut credits out of the deal entirely?
Make a persuasion.
Oh, because I'm so good at those.
God damn it! I know you're good at those.
No, I'm not. I'm awful.
Oh, well,
I'm nerdy. I'm not. Tyler can be pretty persuasive. She is.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a +0.
Nice. You too.
Yeah!
Shit.
Fuck. He looks over and says, "Okay, they kind of knew maybe this was going to be done. 7,500. That's the highest we can go. We are very not. We are very trying to be very sparing of our credits right now because we're trying to get more equipment. And this is
Without
like
getting.
one of
I
the
totally
biggest stores we
understand.
need.
I totally understand. No credits, just equipment. And I also need to hand off some data. The second in command, is it possible if I hand it off to him in person?
I can hand it off to him. I'm one of his lessers.
Can I make an insight check on him? I just want to make sure that this guy is also...
Legit.
Because I'm going to hand
Yeah,
off
yeah.
some pretty sensitive shit. I just want to make sure that... Another +0. Fuck.
Am I smelling another Nova betrayal? I'm just joking. I'm just
Okay.
joking. You never
Right.
betrayed us.
You totally trust him.
Okay. I am gonna... This is still secured. Like, my data suite looks like... I'm gonna hand him off. But unless a proper code is entered the first time correctly, it just wipes everything.
Okay. He looks over towards this. He doesn't really examine it at all. He just takes it and says, "Okay, yeah. I will send them a message, and if you need, we can be able to send some people to at least help you. That's as much as we can do. Not a lot of people, just a few of our engineers to assist. That's all we can do."
Thanks. My droid is kind of gonna bring up the cart to him, and then just walk away.
He takes the cart and is like, "Hey, over here, guys." As two of the other officers look over and they're like, "Holy shit! Where'd you shut up?"
No, it's all covered. Like,
Okay.
it does not look like there's armor in it. It looks like I might have thrown like a couple of like pieces of just random debris. So it doesn't look.
Gotcha. He looks over towards the boy and says, Send us over and put a note for Organa to inspect." As they say, "Yes, sir." They head off and he looks at the database and says, "This though, I'm going to head directly to him with this."
Okay, I am going to keep an eye on him with my ability.
Yeah, he looks over toward before he goes. He says, "This was a great fucking help. Thank you."
Yeah, I'm going to keep I'm going to keep half an eye on him with my my scout.
Yeah, he quickly
Just to make
begins
just to make sure that just to make sure it gets where it needs to.
He begins to just book it over towards there, not running, but just like really speed walking, like, fuck yeah. And he just heads over to where Organa had last went, which was the doors, going past like the blast doors of a hangar. He's gonna go through those, and then there's like smaller ones off to the side.
Okay.
So yeah, he makes it to his destination.
Perfect.
Is that gonna be it?
Yeah, I'm again, I won't be here next week, so I can be a little out of it for next session, just kind of thinking things over and
Yeah, that's fine.
either drunk or
Drug sadness.
yeah. I just need to get like this is just kind of a she needed to get this done, so she sucked it up and fucking did it kind of.
Yeah, just like I just gotta do this. Like, gotta do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
Uh,
you could post how many credits we can kind of use as a group.
How many credits do you have currently that you're willing to allow us to use as a group? You can give us any number out of how much you have.
Well, we have whatever we just got.
Well, we have 700,000 credits split up amongst us. How many of your personal
No, but
credits are you
that's for
okay
the ship.
I'd say
Yeah, I know.
the most that you can spend is 300,000.
Whoa. Hey. Like, all of us together?
Yeah.
We have 700,000. Now, again, the parts we're looking for may not be available, but it depends on how. Look, I don't think we're gonna turn this thing into a warship. We're just gonna get a
Okay.
couple of suites. Is that the idea, guys?
Okay, then.
Yeah.
1,500.
Well, hold on. How
Well,
we
how much
discussed
do you
this-
get
From 300,000 to 1,500,000.
Okay, let me.
Let me
wait.
no, plug. We're not looking to get anything major installed. Let's hold on. Let's talk about this. So, we're getting the mechanics shop for Nova to be able to work on her droid as well as other small things. Yes?
Yeah.
We're getting a mess hall so that I can cook some decent food on this ship.
Okay.
We're getting and we are getting a barracks. Yes, guys, that's what another agreement was. We're getting barracks, which
Wait,
I think
Hawk
that
posted
technically
something.
ships. Yeah,
Yep.
it was up there. It was
Barracks, mess hall, recreation, and workshop or mechanics shop.
well, here's my thing. I think we should just get living quarters instead of barracks because barracks are a lower rank of living quarters. I think we should just get straight up living quarters, which it would allow us to have for standard living quarters a medium ship. If I look at that, if I look under the starships of the galaxy, starships medium for living quarters.
Living quarters. This suit features separate rooms to house a number of civilians, crew members, or troopers determined by the ship size, as well as communal refresher station. One for every 4 rooms.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Comes fully furnished. When a creature completes a long rest involving this suit, their exhaustion level is reduced by 2 instead of only 1.
Yeah, I'm looking for specifically what the suite would do. How many things it would.
well, we
Yeah,
have
I'm
a
looking for-
medium-sized ship, so we have a suite number of 4.
can have up to 4 suites, but it doesn't say how many rooms are in the living quarters.
Our capacity size is 4. So that means what we do is we look at the living quarters. You have this suite feature separate rooms to house a number of civilians, crew members, or troopers determined by the ship's size, as well as communal refresher stations, 1 for every 4 rooms. Each room comes fully furnished when the creature. Yeah, it doesn't really say.
Yeah, it doesn't mention much. So I'm guessing that in our case, since we're in a ship with a crew size of 4, I guess it's a 4-room ship.
We have 4. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to convert 4 of the rooms into actual living quarters with a bed and a light and basically a 2-piece washroom, a shower. We're each getting our own small apartment in the ship. It's not going to be massive. It's going to be like probably an 8x10 room. It's probably going to be like
Rebels,
12 by 12.
basically.
Like in Rebels, yeah, we're going to have our own rooms instead of just like a literal bunk with a floor. It's going to be an actual room with an actual bed and all that stuff. It's going to be, living quarters. And then finally, aside from the barracks, and then on top of that, The last one, I assume we're getting for roleplay purposes. So, here's my question. We could do it for roleplay purposes, or we could get a medbay. A medbay is a really good piece. Do you want me to read you off what medbay stuff is?
Sure.
Okay, let me see about this, because my party that I DM for had this piece, and it's amazing. This suite comes with
Personally, I know it. Sorry.
It's all right. This suite comes with first aid supplies and bacta tanks to support a number of civilians, crew members, or troopers determined by the ship's size. For every 1 hour spent in a bacta tank, a creature's exhaustion level is reduced by 1, and it can roll a hit die to recover points without expending the die. Additionally, if the creature has been dead for less than 12 hours before being put back in a bacta tank, it can be revitalized over a 24-hour period. At the end of the 24 hours, it recovers all of its hit points, all mortal wounds, clothes, and all missing body parts are restored. A revitalized creature takes a -4 penalty to all ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. Every time the creature finishes a long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1 till it disappears. This feature has no effects on droids or constructs, and once it's been used, it cannot be used again until the ship undergoes maintenance. So basically, what we do is we have a way of healing somebody in case something goes really wrong. Basically, we don't technically need this because I'm about to get that spell when I level up next, which I think will happen pretty soon. So the medbay is an emergency in case we want to heal somebody, or we could get a recreation suite with gaming sets and every type of instrument in the game, which I think would be a very fun thing to have.
Wait,
It'd be an actual place.
Instruments?
Okay, this suite comes with a bar and lounge area, as well as multiples of each gaming set and musical instrument, and can accommodate a number of civilians, crew members, and troopers equal to twice the ship's capacity by size, which is 8 people in our concern. While utilizing any of these tools, you can add your proficiency bonus to checks you make if you do not already do so. If you already add your proficiency bonus to checks you make, you may instead double it, which is expertise.
I just noticed something.
Yes.
The model of a YT-1300P already has a passenger lounge.
It has a lounge area. It does not have a lounge with a bar and instruments.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's basically putting that on steroids.
Yeah, think about this,
Just
Plug.
extending the
I
can see that.
We have a place dedicated to a lounge, but we would be adding a bar, a bunch of tables and chairs, musical instruments, and tons of alcohol.
Oh boy, you would literally
But, like,
take
as
up
well
the
as
whole other side of your ship doing that.
That's the thing. That's why we would get the ship extended. Basically, you gave us a small ship that still counts as being medium. So we're gonna have to, in our minds, increase the size of the ship like double. Think about it larger than the Ebon Hawk. I know most of you have played KOTOR, so think about it being larger than the Ebon Hawk.
I'm gonna have to draw
like
this
much
out.
larger.
I'm gonna have to draw your guys'.
So the point is, the middle of the ship is the recreation area.
Mhm.
The corner, a specific room in the ship would be my kitchen where I make things, the mess hall basically. And then we would have 4 living quarters surrounding the ship, and then the mechanics bay would be the engine section where
just
Nova
throw it
normally
out.
works.
Is there another slightly larger ship we want?
We can't buy a new ship, man.
Okay, I was just
I'm thinking in that case. In that case, I think the kind of upgrade we're working on would actually look more like one of those YT-1300s with like usually it's kind of it's a bridge on front in the middle between the 2 mandibles. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know. I know what you're
But
talking
like
about.
in our case, it would be extra room space.
Yeah, think about this. Imagine if you could strap on 3 extra half-circle plates onto the sides of a YT-1300. That's basically what we're doing. And again, Plug gave us a medium ship that in canon is relatively small. So remember, the Millennium Falcon is a big ship. You can run circles around that thing. It is and again, a YT-1300 is not by any means a small ship because it's pretty big. The main hold of that ship and the engineering section, for example, where Rey is talking to Han Solo, and then when they're trying to fix the ship in Empire Strikes Back, those are 2 separate rooms, and they're pretty big. Have any of you played Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens?
No.
No, unfortunately.
Okay. the ship itself takes about 30 seconds to do a full circuit of, like from run to one point in a full circle. It takes a while. The YT-1300 is a big ship. There's plenty of room for these upgrades. We just only spend time in one part of the ship. We don't ever account for the hallways we have to go down to get to these places. So there's more than enough room for what we want.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
You guys have seen Solo, a Star Wars story. Yeah, you guys have seen Solo, a Star Wars story. You guys know about how big the ship is, and it's decently sized.
Oh yeah, like you see all these extra rooms that you didn't know were there, and you're just like, what?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
that there.
That's why we want. That's why it is every Star Wars fan's solemn vow to visit Galaxy's Edge and look at the Millennium Falcon while they're there, because it's huge. So do I. But anyway, we'll get those 4 suites. So, DM, for a recreation suite, a mess hall, a mechanics shop, and living quarters with like actual beds, actual showers, and toilets there. All that jazz for all 4 of those suites, which is as many as our ship can hold. How many credits would that be?
I'd say that'd be 150,000 credits.
Boys, what do you say? I say that's fair for considering you gave us 700,000 for a catch and retrieve job.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna throw out, we might want to get some +1 weapons, maybe.
+1 weapons?
Well,
that would
do
be an
we?
additional 2,000.
That's it? Holy crap!
Wait. What weapons do we have on the ship currently? It just slipped my mind since we got them.
Yeah, you guys
We got the ion cannons. Okay, you guys handle the rest of that. Tell you what, there are 4 of us. 150,000 credits. I'll front 50. I'll front. There are 4 of us, so
I have 60,000.
I've got 70,000.
I forgot how many I had. I can pull it up real quick though.
I have a lot.
I have 137,000.
Jesus Christ. I'll be honest, I probably lost some money by not saving my character.
Okay, so I'll front half the cost if you guys split the remaining 75,000 amongst yourselves.
And this is also taking out the money we made by selling them the armor?
If you want, yeah.
So, I have officially spent 75,000 credits, so you guys... Okay, that's 125,000. That means Nova. Nova and Hawk. You only have to spend 25,000 amongst yourselves. That is 12,500 apiece. So I'm going to save my character sheet.
I'll spend 50,000.
I'm going to. Well, you don't need to spend 50,000. There's only 25 left.
I'll take the 20. I'll take the 15. It's fine.
Okay. So, with that, gentlemen, I have to get to bed. I'm up too late as it is.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yep. So 60. So I'm taking out 15,000.
So wait, you're doing 15 and Hawk's doing 10?
Yes.
Hawk, you confirming on this?
I guess I was originally going to pay the rest of the 50,000, but I guess if we're breaking it up like that, then I'll be fine with that.
Alrighty.
DM, when you have a second, I'd like to private chat you.
Yeah, I just gotta head out for just a second to end this.
I'm in no rush to go, to leave, is what...
Okay.
Night, lovely viewers.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, lovely viewer.
Alrighty, and with that, we are ending the episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This was great. It had all sorts of gags and laughs, and had some really serious moments as well, which I really do put a lot of effort into these. And yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more videos by me, and if you want, go ahead and ask the guys some questions through the comment section down below. If you aren't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and subscribe onto there and click the bell button for more notifications when I do dumb shit like this too. This is a really great session, and we are actually approaching the anniversary of a full year of this campaign. This is how long it's been going. We've skipped a couple days here and there that I haven't published because we skipped those days, like, oh, we can't do this day because this person's doing that. That's going to be more the case, as you heard from Nova. But yeah, that will happen next week. So I can't wait to see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.